Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the July 25th Lebanon Board of Works meeting. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, move on to the roll call members. My clerk, call roll, please.
Hager Gentry.
Here.
Becky McClure.
Excused.
Bill Stoner.
Present.
Dick Robertson.
Here.
And Alan Milburn.
Excused.
Yep. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, move on to the approval of the minutes from previous meeting. Are there any changes to those minutes?
From, hold on a second, June 13th
June 13th.
meeting.
July 13th?
June.
Oh, June 13th.
Mia did minutes when I was gone, and I didn't do the minutes before, so these are the minutes from before.
Okay.
We'll get caught up here real soon.
Minutes from the June
Sorry.
13th meeting. Any changes to those minutes?
Did you guys have a chance to look at them, because I
Yeah.
didn't send
Yeah.
them? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't remember yesterday, let alone a month.
So is that a motion approved then, Dick, or?
I'll make a motion, we approve June 13th minutes,
Thanks.
please.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Minutes are approved. All right, on to department head reports. First up is Police Department, Chief Morgan.
Good evening, board members. Since our last meeting, the Lebanon Police Department has responded to 553 calls for service. 26 people were arrested for the following crimes: 2 for operating while intoxicated, 8 were wanted on a warrant, 2 for domestic battery, 1 for possession of stolen property, 1 for possession of a legend drug, 1 for possession of a narcotic, 4 for possession of meth, 1 for dealing meth, 1 for driving while never receiving a license, 2 for residential entry, 2 for trespassing, and 1 runaway. So on July 6th, 7th, and 8th, all of the law enforcement in Boone County, all of the departments did a joint training at Zionsville Middle School on active shooter. And then on July 18th, we decided to do one just for the Lebanon Police Department, and Jason Morgan organized and taught that. We have another one planned coming up, hopefully before the end of the year. We're going to get the fire department and medics involved in that and have a real scenario set up. Sergeant Ted Bowling and Officer Andrew Hampshire attended Attorney Guy Relford's Indiana Gun Law Update course at LPD. He is a nationally recognized gun law expert. LPD hosted the gun sight pistol carbine course at our range. The course focuses on gun handling, marksmanship, and transition drills. Officer Jackson Bland was able to attend since we hosted it for free. And then the Lighthouse Baptist Church hosted their Vacation Bible School the week of the 11th to the 15th. Officer Griffin, Custis, and Kuntz participated on that Wednesday. The theme for that week for them was first responders. So we had a couple of our cars out there and some of the their stuff that we give away for the kids. Then on July 16th, Lebanon Police Department supported LPD Chaplain Ryan Vincent and Freedom Church out at Memorial Park with the backpack attack. They were assisting patrons with loading food and school supplies into their vehicles. That's all I have.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions for Chief from the board?
One question. Can you tell me what a legend drug is?
That's my question as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, it's a prescription drug, but it's not your prescription.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Any further questions?
Nope.
Any public comment? Okay, thank you, Chief. Next up would be Fire Department, Chief Batts.
Good evening, everyone. Since the last Board of Public Works and Safety meeting, Lebanon Fire has made 142 emergency calls of service, logged 281 training hours, and completed 23 commercial inspections and hosted 2 CPR classes. On July 20th, LFD participated in grain bin rescue training hosted by Co-Alliance and the Center Township Fire Department. This was done at the Boone County Fairgrounds. Training focused on entrapment, medical emergencies, and grain dryer fires. During the month of July, crews participated in rural water supply and drafting procedures. We'd like to thank Don Geisler for the use of his property and pond. And lastly, LFD received a state infrastructure grant for the Boone County Training Tower totaling $7,000. That's all I have for this evening.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions for Chief from the board? Anything
Thanks.
from the public? Okay, thanks, sir. Next is Parks and Recreation. John Messenger.
Good evening. We received missing parts last couple of weeks. The installers were back out for the playground equipment at Memorial Park. They came back out Thursday, and one piece was manufactured wrong. It's in the Quiet Grove. There's a bench support. The welds were incorrect. Little Tykes was made aware and trying to push manufacturing to expedite the part. I'll report the new timeline when I am informed. It's real frustrating, to say the least. They had a suggestion, we put it in the grass. That won't work. That isn't what we designed, and that isn't what we paid for, so we'll just sit back and hopefully they'll expedite it. Real frustrating, but that's where we are on that. Everything else is pretty good, and right behind it will be the no-fault surface and the fencing go up. However, I can't give you those timelines at this time. Caleb Skank's been working with our other staff on the Conservation Park brush cleanup. We did have all that work done down there. However, all the trees removed, small trees and everything. They left quite a bit of brush, which we anticipated. We're cleaning it up. Probably, he spent 2 weeks down there. I think we probably have a good another 2 or 3 weeks left. It's going to look very nice when we get done. We'll grade it, and having some help from Bowen also to do some work. They're putting the water tower in down at Abner. They're going to bring us some dirt and fill in some areas and help us grade that. Real nice partners down there at Abner. I want to thank Dave for letting us use the Mini to help with that project. It's really expedited and speeded us up tremendously, so thanks a lot, Dave. Seashore Water Park and the splash pad have been very popular this summer. With school starting next week, our last weekday open will be August 3rd. We will have regular weekend hours after that, starting the 6th and 7th. Our last weekend open will be August 27th and 28th. Since our licensed staff are primarily high school and college kids, and we will not have enough staff to safely allow patrons to swim, as of today, we've had about 5,000 more patrons than last year at this date. We will be closing early this Saturday at 4 p.m. for our Mother-Son event, and Saturday, August 20th, we will be having Customer Appreciation Day. It will be $4 for everyone. Our hours will be 11 to 3. That makes way for the Daddy-Daughter Dance that night, which will be held that evening on our pool deck. The splash pad will remain open as weather is conducive for use. So as long as the weather stays warm, we're going to have the free splash pad down at Abner Long Lake Park. There again, Serve Day, as Chad mentioned, had a great turnout. I think a couple thousand, 2,000 or 3,000 were actually down there. They actually had to make lists after a couple hours of people that need school supplies. It's one of the best events that the community has, to see everybody come together. Over 300 volunteers. That Amber Rust is a hero. I'm telling you, she did an outstanding job, but there were also other 60 or 70 other organizations that helped out. It's just a great thing. You could get haircuts, clothes, shoes, free swim, food, eye testing. It was really nice event, what they do. And thank you again to Freedom Church and all the others that help out for that great event. Looking forward to next year. Tickets are still on sale for our Mother-Son pool party, and there again, that is set for Saturday, July 30th. This will be from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at Seashore Water Park, and you can come and enjoy dinner, games, contests, and lots of fun. Now, our July swim lessons will end tomorrow. We have seen about 60 kids, and our lifeguards have done an outstanding job teaching these kids how to learn how to swim. The Boone County Beatdown will be hosted in Memorial Park on Saturday, July 30th. That will be at the second basketball court, the Rick Mount courts down there at Memorial Park. It's a free event for all ages. The show begins at 6, but there will be vendors and music leading up to the show. Our Daddy-Daughter Dance is set for Saturday, August 20th on the pool deck of Seashore Water Park. Again, $20 per couple and $5 for additional children. And there again, we have meal, hay wagon, photo booth, and dancing. To purchase tickets, you can visit our website or give us a call at 482-8860. Tickets are now on sale for, well, I've already repeated that. Battle of the Barbecue will be held this year on Saturday, August 13th in Memorial Park from 5 to 7. Wristbands are $10, and there'll be a golf cart raffle also. I think it's going on a lot of the businesses around town. Before the barbecue, there's a 5K run at 8 a.m., and it's You're Not Alone. We'll be hosting their 5K event. And that's pretty much all I had.
Thank you, John. Any questions for John from the board?
Nope.
Anything from the public?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Next up is Engineering Department, Kevin Kulik.
Thank you. Good evening. Engineering report for tonight. Community crossings, no, we don't have any more work to do this year. We are done, but just want to let everyone know that the summer call for community crossings just opened up. Our grant program is due, applications are due August 31st at 5 p.m. So we'll be working through next year's paving program to submit on that grant call. Projects around town, the Whit Road Bridge is probably the most pressing one right now. We were anticipating trying to have that bridge open by August 4th. We were supposed to start on the 15th, but some issues with the contractor put us in a situation where they didn't start till the 20th. We had some delays on water mains that were supposed to be relocated, but were not, and we're in conflict at 2 locations on the bridge. Thankfully, our friends at Lebanon Utilities allowed us to just abandon and remove that facility rather than wait for a relocation. That was able to get us back on track with some minimal delays there. Weather has not been helping. Seems like the last 2 weekends we come in on Monday morning and we have to clean up from a flood in the site that has caused significant erosion of the banks into the construction area. So that's what today was spent basically cleaning up the mess that was caused by the rains over the weekend. Last check, we got about an inch of rain in 4 hours, which is a pretty intense storm, so it caused some problems there. I just received an updated schedule from the contractor at the end of the day, and unfortunately, they're projecting now a road opening on August 10th. So 6 days after school starts. School starting on the 4th, when we'd hoped to be open by the 4th. If you've been out there and you're familiar with bridge construction, you know we're not going to hit that at this point. So they have supplied a new schedule, and that has it opening on August 10th. We'll do everything we can to keep that on schedule or even ahead of schedule if at all possible, but that seems like a realistic schedule to me given where we are at. Work that's going to be happening this week, cranes will be coming in on Wednesday to set the remaining wing walls. Again, want to thank our friends at Lebanon Utilities helping us to get power shut off in that area. That will allow us to expedite that process as opposed to trying to work underneath live 12,000 volt power transmission lines. So
Is that dangerous to do that?
it's not recommended, not recommended. So again, that is the plan right now. I'll keep everybody posted. I just got the schedule at 4 o'clock today or after 4, so we will post this schedule and send that around to all of our friends in public safety and school transportation so that they know of the revised schedule. I'll get that sent out in the morning so we can update everyone and also update our social media channels as well. So again, my apologies. We did everything we could, but unfortunately some things were outside of our control, and we'll try to adjust as best we can, as quickly as we can. On the road project, our federal aid project, that's not going to happen until 2027. Responses for the engineering RFP are due this Friday. So we'll hopefully at the next meeting, the first meeting in August, have some responses and recommendations to make to this body. The Elmwood Bridge, we reopened bids as we were here at the last meeting. We only had one bid to open, that was Duncan Robertson. Fortunately, that came in below our construction budget of $630,600, our construction budget established by the engineering team. They came in at $595,393. So we have issued notices of award and contract documents to the bidder and are working on getting that executed here shortly. Remind everyone that USI was selected to do our bridge inspection program on that. We do not have a contract for review at this time, but we will shortly. And we'll hopefully in the next few weeks have a schedule from Duncan Robertson on when they plan to do that work, most likely in the spring and summer of next year. On the Grant Street project, a lot going on Grant Street. We do have updated schedules now from the contractor, and things are beginning to move. So phase one of the project, I'm going to go through lots of different milestones here, so I apologize for the detail, but phase one is scheduled to start on Monday, August 8th, and it will run through October 31st. Phase one is that portion of William Street east of and not including the intersection of Ann Street over to the west side of Grant Street, and that will be a full closure. So the pre-warning signs of that closure have been up for a few days now, and unfortunately, we will close that and detour, especially the most critical traffic, school traffic, over to Ann Street, and they'll still be able to turn and go over the bridge and make the drop-off locations for the school. And then the school bus traffic has an alternate route they are also working through. After that closure starts and they start doing some demolition there and the storm sewer work that will include a storm sewer manhole to be set roughly in the center of the intersection of Grant and Williams, they'll do that under traffic, keeping traffic open on Grant Street. Then we'll move into sanitary sewer. We have to run sanitary sewer from the lift station up the east side of Grant Street to Williams and then west on Williams. That will be done August 15th through August 31st. After that, we will work on water mains. Water mains along Williams Street will take place on September 17th through September 21st. And then we will also continue work on the water mains up Grant Street, north of Williams. This will sort of also outside of that closure phase from September 22nd through October 31st. Near the end of October, we'll be reconstructing the retaining wall at the northeast corner of Ann and Williams, and wrapping things up with everything but surface asphalt pavement by the 31st of October. Then 11/1 through March 31st of next year, we'll have a complete winter shutdown. So no work is anticipated to happen. It will not be a open construction zone. It will be a finished project as we go through the winter months. Coming into the spring months, then we'll open up phases 2 and 3. Phase 2 will be the east half, the northbound lanes of Grant Street from Washington all the way north to Fordyce, including the intersection of Washington. And that will happen from April 1st through July 17th. And then we'll switch over and we'll do the west lanes or the southbound lanes of Grant Street, again from Washington up to Fordyce, and that will happen from 7/18 through 10/21. Also during that phase 3, we'll fall back in and reconstruct the intersection of Ann Street, Ann and Williams, while school is out next summer. And then they're scheduled to pave everything, sign everything, put the striping down those last 10 days of October next year, wrap up the project by October 31st. So a lot of dates there. If there's anything that jumps out at you, please shout out and we can go back through any of that stuff. So we've had a pre-construction meeting. We had an open house in the room behind me last week. We had about 10 or 12 residents show up for that to get some more information on the schedule. We're meeting with the school later this week just to walk through everything. We do have a plan to get school pedestrian traffic through the construction zone on Williams. So essentially what we're probably going to have is a double layer of snow fencing with a stone walkway in between on the edge of the construction limits so that kids can walk through that zone to get to Central. And then we'll take that out and re-pour that sidewalk in that area over fall break is the plan. So, but we'll meet with the school later week to go through all of that. We'll also have a pre-construction walkthrough next week. This is where we'll take videos and photos of all the surrounding homes, the surrounding infrastructure, making sure that we document any damage so that we can ensure contractor liability on any of those issues. Construction trailer was set today at the intersection of Grant and Indianapolis Avenue. That will be the main hub for where the project is managed from the contractor and our inspection firm, which is VS Engineering. That is all I have on Grant Street Phase 1. Grant Street Phase 2, which is south of Washington Street to Indianapolis Avenue, also has an engineering RFP out on the street right now, and we will see those responses by the end of the week. Hopefully I have a recommendation for you at your first meeting in August. Fordyce Street, just a reminder that is a 2024-2025 construction to align with the opening of the new Central Elementary on East Fordyce Street. That school is scheduled to open for the fall of 2025. Big Four Trail expansion, rule section plans are complete. We're looking at bidding dates on that, probably looking at sometime in October or November, but those are yet to be determined. Asphalt is beginning to happen this week, hopefully, although the weather forecast doesn't look real optimistic that would happen. But essentially, we would be trying to pave the asphalt portions of the trail along the north end of Abernalongley Park, around the Conservation Club on Thursday. Again, weather permitting, we're supposed to get weather the next 2 days. I'm not sure we'll be ready for that asphalt, but we'll see if the predictions hold true. Bike Park, only update there is working with the EDC and their consultants, and we are scheduled to have a Ready Grant meeting with the state on August 18th for a potential $750,000 grant funding for that project. Other than that, just one quick update, regional detention. We're having some positive coordination with CSX. Should see preliminary plans this week on that. So if you want to learn more about our railroad crossing there, come see me and I can show you what's going to be in those plans. And we'll move forward with that, hopefully trying to bid and construct something this fall or next spring. Inspection reports for this period of 7/11 through 7/25. We've had 25 SWIP inspections, 3 complaint inspections, 1 illicit discharge, which has been resolved, and 6 right-of-way permits and inspections were issued. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Kevin. Any questions for Kevin from the board?
Kevin, can you send me all that tomorrow?
Absolutely, absolutely. I should also note, I didn't put that in my report, but trash cans, as many people know, are being delivered as we speak. They'll be delivered throughout the whole week, and then the new trash program pickup with the new cans will start next week. So we've already been under the new contract, we've already been under the new programs. Heavy trash pickup started on the curbside at the beginning of the month. But we've given people basically a month of really additional service because they're not paying for that full hand pickup service that we've been getting for the last month. But now the cans are coming out, and obviously I think we've documented all the rules on what can go in the can, what can't go in the can, what you're supposed to do with your can, how you get extra cans. That's all out there on social media. It's also, when you get your can, I'd ask everyone to open the lid. There'll be a bag hanging right there that will have even more information about the trash program. So if anyone has more information or more questions, I should say, on trash, feel free to reach out to our office and we'll help you through that program. Also, we have an application in place. If someone needs ADA accommodations for the new trash service, we can work through what accommodations can be provided. So that's all I have.
Any additional questions? Any questions from the public? Thank you, Kevin. Next is Planning Department, Matt Reynolds.
Good evening, Board. Filling in for Ben tonight. Planning Department, our building inspectors conducted 86 inspections since the last meeting. 28 permits have been issued, including 4 new home residentials. We had a couple projects filed. Our filing deadline is not until next week, but Scott Barrett submitted development plans for a major expansion of their existing facility, as well as a spec building they're going to build next door. And then Bel Canto is a multifamily developer, submitted their development plans for the apartment community in the Hickory Junction Fieldhouse development. So that project's moving along, and we expect to see a few more come in before the filing deadline next week. With code enforcement, we had 82 investigative activities, 21 new complaints. With the amount of rain that we're seeing, I'm sure we're going to get some more grass and weed concerns pop up over to us over the next few weeks. So let us know if there's anything that you see as a community or as a board, and we'll happily try to take care of it. That's all I have.
Thank you, Matt. Any questions for Matt from the board? Anything from the public?
Nope.
Good. Okay. Next up, Street and Stormwater Department, Dave Newell.
How's everybody doing?
All right.
Let's back that off a little bit there. Let's see, we've been out today, they were cleaning up the catch basins, cleaning off the catch basins from all the rain we had. They were out mowing as well after we picked the easements up, so good to hear that we didn't have to mow Holiday Inn, somebody was mowing that, so we ain't complaining. So hopefully there's some stuff getting ready to go on there. Last week, I think it was, or the week before, we picked up 27,060 pounds of brush for Brush Week. Obviously, we're back out this week a little bit with the storms that happened, so if you got some storm damage, don't worry, we're out picking it up. So,
Clean up the tree on Meridian Street?
yeah. Yeah. The reason, if somebody sees that tree and wonders why we just trim off the road, when it's on vehicles and houses, we can't touch it because of insurance. They have to come out and take pictures, so that's why we just open the road and leave it on the vehicles and stuff, so insurance purposes, obviously, for that. We've been pretty busy when we can. We're having some problems, but saw cutting and pothole repairs, or every time we use our hot mix machine, it seems to be breaking down on us here lately. So, 10 years old, pretty much expected, but it's been a good piece of equipment. We're just dealing with that right now, but we got it back today, or they're going to get it tomorrow, so hopefully we can get back on track with that. We've had a little bit of a delay repairing some of our structures. We got them rocked down, but the Neenah Foundry in Indianapolis ain't stocking castings no more, so you have to go direct, and 7-week layback. So we should be getting those pretty soon, I think early August. So then we'll be back on track with casting repairs and some of our structures. We're still, obviously, if there's a sinkhole or something, we're temporary fixing it. We're not just leaving holes in the ground, but hopefully we can get back to actually repairing them all the way. Had a couple deliveries for barricades, one to Clues Brews and then one at North Meridian, actually. That Saturday they had their event, and then Sunday the tree fell in the car, so they had a couple barricades to block the sidewalk with. Wasn't planned, it just happened that way. That was the tree limbs. We'd like to remind everyone that we still have some job openings at the street department. Please inquire at our office or online, and every time we hire one, we lose one, so we're trying to catch back up here. Kevin touched base on the trash cans. To give you an idea of that, we've had 4 semi-trucks come in today and drop them off, so back lot's full of trash cans. We got one sitting on our lot waiting to come in the morning. He called and asked if he could sit there. He said he didn't really want to sit at the truck stop. I said, no problem. He can sit there and rest up. He said he had food and everything. He's ready to roll. He just didn't want to sit at the truck stop, so. Update on the new facility. The pond has been pretty much dug out, and they were doing some testing to make sure the clay was good, to hold the water and not let it seep in as much as they don't want to. Wrapping up some final touches, I think, on the bank. They were still, at this time, last Tuesday of the meeting, they were pouring some footers and stuff like that, so we're starting to see the outline of the building, and so that's kind of exciting. They're probably, just like everybody else, trying to schedule concrete from the state. That's not an easy task. We'd like to welcome Sean Hitch, speaking of hires, him and his family to the street department. Sean started with us July 13th. We're glad to have him with us. And on that same note, we'd like to wish Jaden Ledbetter well, as he's leaving us for IMI. So I think that's going to leave us 2 spots to fill, but we've hired 2 and lost 1, so, or lost 2, but anyway, I'm losing track. If it's 1 or 2, we still need him. I got it wrote down. Brush weeks for the rest of the season is August 15th through the 19th, which, like I mentioned, we're out this week because of storm damage. September 12th through the 16th, and October 10th through the 14th. And then we'll be starting up leaf season, believe it or not. It's already August almost, so.
Dave, if you have a trash can that you want to recycle or
Yeah,
drop off, what are the dates for the street department on that?
As far as I know, we're just running 2 weeks. They're gonna they're supposed to get the can today, obviously they're a little backed up. So if you want to bring your can starting tomorrow, we'll set it to the side until we get the dumpster. It's supposed to be there tomorrow, but my understanding was we're gonna have the dumpster for 2 weeks, so.
Okay.
I would say from, this Monday till, not Friday, but the following Friday, and then after that, if you still got it and you want to get rid of it, you can set it out as one of your heavy cleanup items as well. They said just to write on the can that it's trash.
Okay.
And
And that's between the street department hours, so
yeah, 7 to 4.
7 to 4? Okay.
12 to 1, you might catch somebody in the office, but a lot of times that's lunch, so, but there's usually somebody there, but and if not, set it right by the gate or something if we're not there at 12 to 1, but don't leave them after hours.
Okay. Any other
That's all I
questions
got.
for Dave?
I'm good.
Okay, anything from the public? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And last but up, communications, community development. Pinch hitting for Joe is Matt again.
Hello again. Joe's a little more thorough than the planning department's tonight, so he's been busy. He's starting off with the website. The city's website is a continual work in progress, and Joe continues to make updates on that. One of the new items is a new page for the MS4 department for Scott Calvert and for Kevin in our engineering department. Create a new landing page, a training page for the general public, as well as some mandatory training for new hires to the city that will new hires and employees will have to undergo to learn about MS4 and the community. There'd be an information page on there for contractors doing work within the city as well. Joe's also developing a welcome home page for new residents to our community. This page will include a city map, highlights of special features within the city, list of annual events and community calendar, as well as a Love in Lebanon loyalty card. So kind of a program he's working on with area businesses that would offer discounts to new residents that have just moved into the community to welcome in and come say hi and try a restaurant or try a new shop out in the community. Joe is working with different magazines and different media. Boone County Magazine will be highlighting playing outdoors in Lebanon, so we'll be focused in a section of Boone County Magazine soon. And then Joe's been working with billboard companies to feature Lebanon both locally and on a regional level. Video work, some upcoming videos that you'll see, and Dave alluded to it. Joe's working with the street department team on pothole patrol, and continues to work with the monthly video series of the Stone Eater Bike Park with the engineering department and keeping updates as that project continues to develop. Upcoming save the dates for our community. The Lebanon City Market continues every Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. under the lights on Meridian Street. We have music on the plaza every Friday night from 6:30 to 8:30, and again, that's under the lights. Some other people have touched on it. Battle of the Barbecue will be in Memorial Park August 13th. The 2023 Daddy-Daughter Dance at Seashore Water Park, August 20th. And that same night downtown will be Oktoberfest on August 20th, and that will be a 21 and over event downtown. And that's all I got for Joe.
Okay, thank you, Matt. Any questions for Matt?
No.
Anything from the public? Okay, thank you, sir. That concludes department head reports. We'll move on to old business. There's nothing on my agenda. Is there anything from the board?
No old business.
Okay, new business then. It says this wasn't on the agenda, but this is a late addition. It's kind of a minor thing. We have a performance bond release request for Sunbrook. So Kevin?
Yeah, thank you. I gave everyone a copy of the maintenance bond, or the performance bond that we're releasing, or recommending that we release. This is for, common area sidewalks in Sunbrook Section 2. So we're not legally allowed to bond sidewalks for the lots. This is just for the sidewalks that cover common areas. So this is a pretty small bond amount, $2,486.63. We have verified and inspected all those walks were in and per our standards, and so we would recommend that you release this performance bond in exchange for a replacement with a maintenance surety.
Any questions for Kevin on that? Okay, would entertain a motion then to release the performance bond for the sidewalks in the Sunbrook development?
I make a motion, we release bond number 1087709, performance bond for sidewalks and for $2,486.63.
And you said, replace it with a surety?
We will replace it with a
maintenance bond?
maintenance surety, yes.
Okay.
Maintenance
Okay.
bonds, yeah.
Can you amend your motion, Bill, and replace it with that?
And replace with the maintenance.
Okay.
Okay.
We have motions, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? All right, that is approved. All right, that concludes what I have for new business. Is there anything else from the board?
Make a motion, we pay claims.
Motion to pay claims, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Claims are approved.
I'm not opposing.
Okay. There's only three of us tonight, right? So we got to make sure we all...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Any announcements or discussion from the board?
Nope.
Any general public comment?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, we are adjourned. Our next Board of Works meeting will be Monday, August 8th at 5:30 PM. We are adjourned.